SVRTC Awards Banquet. I am Dr. Paula Leach, Director of the Institute for Teaching Through Technology and Innovative Practices at Longwood University. And of course, we are virtual this year, but nonetheless, we are so excited to be here today and celebrate all of you. Of course, none of this happens without a team of people, so I have some acknowledgments I want to make. First, our co-chairs of SVRTC, which stands for the Southside Virginia Regional Technology Consortium, for those of you who may not be aware. We have Liz Jamerson of Cumberland County Public Schools, if she's on, I know she's on, if you want to give a little wave, and Frances Wilson with Lunenburg County. Those are our co-chairs for SVRTC, and we want to thank you for your leadership over the years at SVRTC. We also have Barbara Scott with ITTIP, who sends out and receives all of these nominations and images and so forth and puts everything together and orders the plaques. So thank you, Barbara, for all of your hard work. And Stephanie Playton, who is our STEM learning specialist working behind the scenes. She is our Zoom moderator and coordinating all of our technology here today. So a big thank you to all of you, because we know none of this would happen without a team. And I also want to thank Corey Sowers, who is going to, who actually put together our presentation that you will be seeing here in a few minutes. I had her on my list as well. She is on too. And of course, you know, we have some special guests with us today. First Lady Pamela Northam will be joining us in a little bit. We have State Senator Frank Ruff and Dr. Larissa Smith with Longwood University. And all three of those individuals you will hear more about a little bit later, so I won't say too much more. And I also want to acknowledge Dr. Lissa Power Defer. She is our interim dean at the College of Education and Human Services. She is on with us today to help celebrate and is always a big supporter of SVRTC and ITTIP. So welcome, and we thank all of you for being here. But now on to the main event. So each fall, we ask our 25 SVRTC school division members to nominate individuals in their division that deserve to be recognized for their hard work. We know all of our educators deserve to be recognized, but you know, sometimes we just go above and beyond. And this is our opportunity to acknowledge the hard work that you do. And there are three categories for nomination. We have technology support, instructional support, and technology teachers. So now I invite you to watch this slide presentation that Corey has put together, celebrating all of you, and to really take a moment to reflect on what you've done, celebrate the work you've done. I mean, this year, if there's any year to celebrate technology and everything you've had to overcome to make everything work, this is the year. And we know there are many more than just those of you who are naming today in your divisions who have done so much this year. And I know some of you are in groups, some of you are by yourself. So, you know, pat yourself on the back, high five, do whatever. This is a celebration. And I'm going to share this presentation with you. And don't worry, if you can't see it all, we will be sending you a link to the presentation too, because it will scroll through a little quickly. of applause to all of you awardees. Yay! Go ahead, like I said, pat yourself on the back, give each other a round of applause. And as I said, you may have caught the QR code at the end, but we will be sending that presentation to you, so all of you have it and you can maybe play it again in a staff meeting or whatever, and just read some more about all of your accomplishments. So it really is wonderful to see what everyone has been doing and how you have been supporting technology in your schools and the changes you've had to make. But thank you. It really is wonderful to see all of the hard work that you all have put together. So congratulations once again. Also, you will be receiving a plaque. I think I mentioned that at the beginning, but if you haven't gotten it already, it has been mailed to your division, to your SVRTC contact. So they will be bringing it to you. Some of you may have them because they were picked up, or the mail may have been speedier than we thought. But you will be getting those soon if you don't have them already. So be on the lookout for that. Now, as some of you know, SVRTC was formed 26 years ago in 1995. So last year was going to be our great big 25th anniversary celebration. Of course, that changed a little bit. But this is our 26th year, our 15th year in recognizing or having the annual awards banquet. So we are pleased to have it continuing for so long. But from the beginning, one individual who has been a very ardent supporter of what we do is State Senator Frank Ruff from the 15th District. And he has supported SVRTC from the beginning and throughout the years, and has participated in many, many of our awards banquet. So I want to invite Senator Ruff to provide some remarks about SVRTC. And Senator Ruff, you should be receiving an invitation there to unmute your mic. And I am now going to turn the stage over to Senator Ruff to provide a few remarks for us about SVRTC.
Paula, good morning. Thank y'all for allowing me to join y'all once again for this event. The first awards event I was involved with was by an invitation from Dr. Leach's predecessor, Mano Tolliver, and she was a great lady who had a lot of energy, a lot more energy than most of us do. It has been my honor to work with Bill Wilson. He is truly an asset to our region. And Bill, good to see you this morning. No matter who receives awards today, you are all winners during this challenging year that COVID has placed on our students, our teachers, our schools, and our education process. Officially named the Southside Virginia Regional Technology Consortium, which is far too much for anybody to say. They often use the letters SVRTC, which is a tongue twister for me, so I prefer to just call it the consortium. I think it's important as we begin to focus any meeting and any annual event is to reflect back on what is the mission statement of the organization. It calls for to assist members with the acquisition and effective integration of viable current and emerging technologies and the coordination of valuable training for its students, staff, citizens, designed to enhance learning and encourage economic development in Southside Virginia. That's an archaic term, Southside, and I've tried to break people using that, but since it's in your title, I used it. I much prefer the title Southern Virginia. Southside doesn't define anything. When somebody in Richmond hears Southside, they think about Southside Richmond, or if you're in north of Fredericksburg, you might think of Danville or Martinsville or Petersburg, but Southern sounds much, much more dignified and classy. So even though it's in your title, I still prefer you call it Southern. That's a yeoman's job to do all of that. It was established in 1995 with the leadership of Dr. Seward, who was then superintendent of schools in Dinwiddie County, and with a partnership with Longwood University. Then the consortium was first developed to promote a telecommunication network and expand the capabilities of the Southside Virginia school divisions. Since that time, it has expanded to include 25 school divisions and has expanded its missions as technologies for connecting by technology have evolved over the years. The member divisions are Amelia, Appomattox, Brunswick, Buckingham, Charlotte, Colonial Heights, Cumberland, Danville, Dinwiddie, Franklin City, Greensville, Halifax, Henry, Hopewell, Lunenburg, Martinsville, Mecklenburg, Nottoway, Patrick, Petersburg, Pennsylvania, Prince Edward, Prince George, Southampton, and Sussex. In 1999, Longwood University became the fiscal agent, and they support, the consortium is supported through Longwood's PK through 12 outreach, the Institute for Teaching and through Technology and Innovation Practices. This collaboration facilitates a transparent relationship in supporting professional development learning opportunities for divisions. The consortium provides a mechanism for its partnering school divisions to leverage technology, resources, and it provides members with a venue for monthly professional development related to technology issues. The consortium also holds what used to be an annual awards banquet, which I got a free meal out of, but now it's just an event where I see some faces, but not a whole lot, to highlight and celebrate the work done in technology and educational technology in the partnering divisions. The consortium has adopted a strategic plan for 2017 through 22, which means that, Paula, you're going to have to come up with a new 4-year plan this year to further define the productivity and focus of the group. While the consortium is still partially funded through the General Assembly, Longwood University provides the remaining funding needed to support its missions and goals. And I wish you all the best of luck in receiving your awards today.
So Senator Ruff, thank you very much for those kind words and our history of SVRTC. And next year, I hope we can all be back face to face and you will get your good meal at Longwood University and we can see each other's faces in person. So thank you very much. Now for our final 2 awards, the competitive awards. Now each division is also invited to nominate and send an application for an individual for the Technology Leadership Award and a division for the School Division Leadership Award. And these are the competitive awards. The nominations are sent in and then they were reviewed by a panel. And the Technology Leadership Award recognizes an administrator, educator, or community member who advances technology in the educational setting and really goes above and beyond what may be expected of the job. And the SVRTC School Division Leadership Award recognizes an SVRTC school division that advances technology in the education setting. So there's an individual and a division award. And right now, it is my pleasure to introduce and welcome First Lady Pamela Northam to announce the 2 awardees in the categories, share a little bit about their accomplishments, and to provide some additional remarks. So First Lady, you should be getting a message to unmute your mic, and I will now turn the stage over to you.
Great. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay? As we do with the kids, thumbs up. Great, terrific. Well, what an honor to be here with the Senator this morning. It's good to see you, sir, and thank you so very much for your time. We so missed everyone here during the General Assembly session. I know some of you were here, but not here over down at the Science Museum, but we thank you for your amazing work in this legislative session this year. Thank you so very much. greatly appreciated, especially in the area of education, which is what we're here to talk about today. So I'm just so thrilled to be with my fellow STEM educators today. You all know what it's like to ignite that spark of curiosity and that joy of discovery in these exciting new fields, especially. When I was an educator, I loved seeing the wonder on my students' faces. They begin to understand the world around them just a little more deeply, to be inspired by STEM fields, not just as a future career, but also to be science literate, to be smart consumers and informed voters. You never know when participating in a hands-on experiment, creating in a computer lab, or maybe even competing in a robotics competition will inspire the next Katherine Johnson, Mae Jemison, or Jane Goodall. As a parent myself, I have a son who's a neurosurgery resident and a daughter who's a web developer. They went in two very different STEM-focused fields, but I can truly attest that giving the next generation the chance to experience STEM in their everyday lives, like they do right in the Southside schools, will truly shape their future. Outstanding educators like these we honor today can empower our students to develop the knowledge, skills, and creative mindsets necessary to thrive in a rapidly changing, technologically advanced global society that we have today. Together, we continue to ensure equitable opportunities and access for every Virginian to become a vital part of our STEM ecosystem, no matter who they are or where they live, shaping their future and the Commonwealth's, and giving them the courage to dream big, find their passion, and go out and change the world. So, without further delay, it is my great privilege to announce the winner of the Technology Leadership Award, Miss Christy Pearson. So Crystal, I beg your pardon, Crystal. Did I change your name? Miss Crystal Pearson is a native of Brunswick County and has worked in the school division since 2007 in the capacity of elementary teacher, yay, instructional technology resource teacher, and presently director of technology. My goodness, many hats. Ms. Pearson's path as a positive, successful technology leader making a significant impact locally is in part due to her leading professional development for other teachers. And I love that about fellow educators, don't you? We always share what we have. Of the activities instituted this year to advance professional development, Ms. Pearson has encouraged the use of teacher-led PD sessions and provides weekly tech tips via division email. Oh my goodness. And after this incredibly stressful year, where you guys have truly risen to the occasion and got right on board with all this amazing technology, I cannot think of a more important time than to get tech tips on a regular basis. So how wonderful. That is just so meaningful. With Access being an instrumental part of digital learning, she facilitated the rollout of the division's first guest Wi-Fi network with availability 7 days a week at all school divisions, accessibility being so important. Ms. Pearson continues to implement Tech Tuesdays for teachers and staff with virtual games and networking opportunities. A true educator, she's going to make it fun while you're learning. Ms. Pearson leads a Department of Technology specialists, oh my goodness, who provide an array of technology integration support to network and hardware support to maintain consistent access and connectivity for the school division. A lot of areas of expertise there. Ms. Pearson empowers teachers and students to participate and enter various state competitions and or create featured videos to post on the county website and school social media pages regularly, which is a great way to share the terrific work that your students are doing. She even shares her ideas at the regional and state level and currently serves as a Region 8 ambassador for women education leaders in Virginia. Also a member of Computer Science Teachers Association of Southern Virginia, a member of the Virginia Society of Technology and Education, a member of Virginia ASCD, and the subcommittee Twitter chair. That sounds interesting. Ms. Pearson has presented for many groups along with her work done at the local level about developing the security protocols and safety measures for the crisis management team. And goodness knows security has been topmost in our minds these days. Ms. Pearson's exceptional expertise and love for digital learning has changed the landscape of technology integration throughout Brunswick County Public Schools. Congratulations, Ms. Pearson, and thanks to all of our superhero teachers who have really helped us to keep our children healthy, happy, and learning through this long and difficult year. So congratulations, really appreciate you. Now, if it's all right with you all, shall I announce our Division Leadership Award winner? Great, I didn't know if you had further preamble, but this is such a privilege today because this is so important, as you all know, to the governor and to myself. So excited to be able to highlight these wonderful folks today. So without a drum roll, our Division Leadership Award winner is Prince Edward County Public Schools. Yay. So prior to the start of 2020 and 2021 school year, Prince Edward County Schools formed a distance learning team to begin planning for the many dynamic aspects of virtual learning. Oh my goodness, thank heavens. I mean, what we had to take on so quickly throughout this year. The team worked with community organizations to get hotspots placed at firehouses, churches, community centers all around the county. Genius, which allowed families to access the internet during the pandemic. This helped to bridge the divide of internet access until the arrival of individual hotspots that now provide internet access to hundreds of students and families. And we were just so pleased and proud to get that money out as quickly as we could from the CARES Act dollars. I'm so glad that you all were able to put those to use so quickly. Technology has contributed to the collaboration, creative and critical thinking, communication, and citizenship skills of our students. So important in this 21st century and looking at the jobs of the future. Teachers have been using applications like Lucid and Jamboard to bring conceptual visualization to the learning process. Virtual learning has become a part of the culture of the division. That's so true now. It's embedded all throughout our curriculum. With the hiring of a remote learning specialist and dedicated remote learning teachers who serve virtually, especially our virtual only students. The division has also implemented the assessment and data analytics tools of Performance Matters, with specific emphasis on using data to make informed instructional decisions that target students' needs and achievement gaps, which is so important. Instructional supports to students with disabilities include training teachers on accessibility applications and features found in Google and Canvas, and within many other learning tools and devices used by students. We educators know kids don't all come the same size fits all, right? So it's so important that we make sure that their needs are met, and having that space virtually is so important these days. Digital tools and applications used for translation, speech to text, and text to speech have also become an integral part of meeting the needs of English language learners and students with disabilities. And you know, silver linings, I'm hoping that some of these things we will continue to use in the future as a wonderful tool, additional tool in our educator toolbox. Professional development efforts across the division have also expanded with dedicated teams in each building who receive and distribute training on instructional strategies, curriculum alignment, data analytics, and instructional technology skills. Teachers have been focused on implementing the 5 C's to closely align instruction to the content and cognition level of the standards of learning. Additionally, the division has been offering weekly remote learning assistance sessions for students and families since the beginning of the school year, and has established a remote learning hotline and email dedicated to instructional technology needs. I've heard this over and over again from students and families where it may not be a traditional family, or someone be living with an elder, someone who's not as familiar with the technology. So how amazing to be able to have all this support right at your fingertips. While supporting the technical needs of remote learning, the PECPS technology team has also been updating the division's network, infrastructure, and implementing security management and content filtering systems, rolling more servers over to the cloud, and updating classroom technology equipment, which is something we know always seems to be a need. Division making has revolved around implementation of continuous improvement strategies to inspire, quote, confident, knowledgeable, and productive citizens who are empowered to lead. I love that. This year, we have met this challenge for our students by instituting Major Clarity among our secondary students. Major Clarity helps our students plan and prepare for their future, and our hope is to use student data from this platform to drive future course offerings for students in 8th grade through high school. Really amazing as we really get all these students ready to be web developers and working for Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all these companies that we have here in the Commonwealth, because they came because of this wonderful talent pipeline that we have in our young people today. The division is also focused on improving STEM labs at our middle and elementary schools, providing STEM supports for teachers across the division, and providing STEM kits to students for hands-on learning at home throughout the pandemic. Again, something so important to ignite that spark in these early years. The division has highlighted technology tips with STEM videos and student science projects through social media throughout the school year. That is incredible. Well, congratulations to both folks. We're just so pleased and so proud. We can go back to those companies and say, you are so fortunate to be in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and we can't wait to see where our students will be taking us next. Thanks to our amazing superhero educators. We so appreciate you. Our wonderful legislators like the senator today, they fought hard to make sure that even though other states are cutting the budget to the bone, that we thanked you not only by saying things like this, but also by giving you a raise this year. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Keep up the great work, everyone, and hopefully we'll be able to see you again and thank you in person very soon. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, First Lady Northam. We are so thankful you were here and were able to take the time to celebrate with us today. So thank you. And congratulations again to our Prince Edward County, Crystal Pearson, and all of our awardees. And now to bring our celebration to a close, I would like to welcome Dr. Larissa Smith, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Longwood University, to provide us with some closing remarks.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank Senator Ruff and First Lady Northam for joining us this morning. This is a silver lining of Zoom to be able to have the First Lady here with us. It's great to see you all. I just want to say that Longwood is very proud to be part of the SVRTC and to continue to nurture your work across the region. I am sorry that we couldn't host you on campus this morning and actually at lunchtime for our annual luncheon here. Campus is really kind of coming into bloom as spring unfolds, and it's always fun. It's a fun event to have you here on campus, and I'm sure for you to get out of school for a day and enjoy communing with your colleagues. I also want to congratulate all of our award winners today for your tremendous work. This past year, it goes without saying, has been full of unprecedented challenges. Last year at this time, I still thought Zoom was a children's show from the 1970s. And so I am sure you encountered many others like me, and were the ones who they called to help them make the transition that we all so rapidly had to do last spring. We have all had a lot to learn, and technology has played just a tremendous role in our ability this year to continue to teach and learn. And it really has allowed us to do so while being apart and figuring out how we can continue to maintain those ties of community and continue to engage students in the important work of learning. You have really been the linchpin of that learning this past year. I hope that your school leaders have told you that, but you certainly, I think, know that in your heart, and that your students have needed you, your colleagues have needed you, and that you have risen to the challenges and the occasion to do that work. I also know that this work has been exhausting and frustrating, and that you often have had to take in the emotions of others in helping them to adjust quickly to this kind of learning and to think about how to expand technology. And thankfully, the state has given us additional resources to make those improvements this year, and we're so grateful for that. And so I hope as First Lady Northam suggested, that you all are able to find some silver linings in this year. I have often said hashtag silver lining pandemic, even though I don't use Twitter, that really there are some things that we've discovered this year that have helped to improve our pedagogy, have given us new tools to reach students and engage them in new ways. And that I hope you'll be able, as you kind of can catch your breath at the end of this school year, to begin to think about ways that we can continue to incorporate those tools and that technology as we move forward into a post-pandemic period. It really is the work of the SVRTC to help connect you with one another and energize you and think about the work that you can do and support you in those efforts. And so I just also want to thank Stephanie and Paula and Bill for your tremendous work through the ITTIP and also SVRTC. And again, we look forward to continuing this work and connecting with you all next year. I go to a lot of banquets, and I have to say, I've even missed banquets this year. And so it'll be fun to have you back on campus next spring. So congratulations, everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smith. And thank you again to everyone who has joined us. And I know we have some superintendents online as well, and we appreciate your support of your staff members, your educators, and of SVRTC. So that concludes our celebration today. So go forth and do good things and continue celebrating your good work. And hopefully we will see you all in person next year. But thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone.